Hi, so I want to talk about something I think that we all need to work on being better about. I can actually improve in this area as well. So there's a couple of things. I was on a phone call today with someone, and one of the things we had talked about was this really funny video that we saw about this person, the see-through person. That's what I like to call white people, because a lot of times we're see-through. You can see through a lot of our bullshit, or however you want to say that. It's just kind of a joke, but we're see-through. Sees this woman who she's of an Asian culture. I don't know what Asian culture she's of. And he keeps going, so where are you from? She's like, I'm from here. No, really, where are you from? And so then she tells the background, because he's just being an ass. And so then she goes back to him, where are you from? He's like, I'm from here. She goes, no. Where are you from? And he goes, well, my family's from, she had to really pull up, my family's from, like the UK. And she goes, top of the morning to you. Would like some tea? And then, kind of does this thing and walks away. And what happened, what he was doing was actually very uncomfortable, rude, very racist, and didn't even realize it. Like, clueless. And I loved her response, and we don't walk up enough to white people and say, where are you from? Where are you from? Come on, tell me where you're from. Because we all have heritage. We all come from other places. And if someone if someone walked up to me and said, where are you from? I could tell you my heritage. And a lot of us who are white or look white have mixed heritage. That's another thing. And some people get so upset that if a person who looks white gets together with a Latina man, Latino, excuse me. I'm all over the board right now. They get upset with mixed relationships, but they're already mixed. If you're a white person, you're probably already mixed. So why are you upset with you mixing up and spicing it up more? That's my first point. My second point is this. When we provide a place of safety, when we prove we are safe, people will tell us who they are and their struggles. Every single time. Some people need more time than others because of how much damage they've gone through, and some people need less time than others. When that happens, what ends up happening is you're giving someone a voice to a pain that they've been silenced in for years, especially if it's around a disability, a gender, or race, because these are systems of oppression that a lot of times we aren't allowed to have a voice around. And you're not doing it to be condescending or to be superior. You're doing it from a place of love. You're doing it from a place of caring. You're doing it from a place because you know that one of the steps in healing is acknowledging what happened. And a lot of times you just have to bury your feelings when these things happen over and over and over again. And when people say to you, I can't tell you how many times I have a handicap sticker in my car, and I get out and people are yelling at me that I'm not disabled or I don't have a disability. I'm like, yeah, I know. That happens a lot of times with people who have disabilities people can't see. There's a judgment and a bias there. I can't tell you how many stories I've heard about that. And people a lot of times will go, wow, you get it. I don't have a handicap sticker in my car, but I hear these stories. I know this is what's going on. And just saying, I'm so sorry you've gone through that. That is so hard to go through. I'm really sorry. That's challenging. Just acknowledging that is huge, because so many people have been silenced by systems of oppression. And all they just need is one person to say, I'm so sorry you went through that. You see, I have dealt with so much system of oppression around my disability. I have a very unique disability, something that most people don't have. And it has been really hard because it's been invisible. And I can tell you, when I found people where I didn't have to apologize for my existence any longer, and they acknowledged the challenges and the difficulties I went through, I grew. Now, I'm still traumatized sometimes by that, but I grew and I became more in a place of, I can accept this. I don't have to explain. Or if I share with people, it's more of a healing journey for both of us. So I know from personal experience what that does. And I want to be the kind of person that creates that safety place because I know how powerful that acknowledgement can be and how much it can lead to so much healing, so much restoration. Now, do I still deal with systems of oppression? Oh, you bet I do. I can't tell you how many times I've told people my diagnosis and they're like, no, you're not. Really? Well, I've been diagnosed this. And then I'll explain more and they go, oh, wow, that's really challenging. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Everyone who I explain it to goes, oh my gosh, that is so challenging. Yeah, it is. And just hearing that is huge. So that is why I do a lot of what I'm doing, because I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like. And I don't want anyone in this world to feel the same way. I don't want anyone in this world to feel like they are mistreated because of who they are, because of how they exist. You can't change the color of your skin. You can't change your heritage. That when someone's racist to someone, they're telling them they shouldn't exist. I can't do that. There's a lot of beautiful, amazing people who are not see-through. A lot of people. There are so many innovative people with disabilities because, oh my gosh. And then the gender thing. I can't tell you how many women have gone through so much, so many struggles. So I just want to get vulnerable for a second and just really break this down, that just having compassion. We really sometimes can't have compassion for ourselves and a real understanding of what another person is going through until someone really sits down and has compassion with us. And when that happens, just that acknowledgement, and they walk you through it with just a little bit, is so huge. I just hope that you think about this, and I hope that this is powerful for you. And the next time you come across someone who's dealing with a system of oppression, instead of adding more to that system of oppression, you acknowledge them, whether you see it or you don't. On that note, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.